Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah, and I'm so happy you decided to spend some time with us today.
And I'm Mike. It's always a pleasure to have you here, whether you are relaxing at home, traveling to work, taking a walk, or simply enjoying a quiet moment.
Wherever you are, we hope this conversation helps you feel calm, comfortable, and a little more confident with your English.
Today we are going to talk about something that almost everyone thinks about at some point in life.
Yes, our topic today is success.
We often hear people say they want to be successful, but what does success really mean?
Is success about having a lot of money? Is it about getting a famous job? Or is it something much more personal?
That is exactly what we are going to explore together today, in clear, natural English for B1 to B2 learners.
Our goal is not only to help you improve your English vocabulary, but also to give you interesting ideas that you can think about after this episode.
And remember, you do not have to understand every single word perfectly.
Just relax and follow the conversation. Your listening skills become stronger every time you practice.
Before we begin, we want to ask you one simple question.
Yes, think about this quietly while you listen.
When you hear the word success, what is the first picture that appears in your mind?
Maybe you imagine a successful business person working in a tall office building.
Maybe you imagine someone standing on a stage, receiving an important award while everyone is clapping.
Or maybe success is much quieter for you.
Perhaps you imagine eating dinner with your family, feeling peaceful after a good day at work.
Maybe success means waking up every morning without feeling stressed.
Maybe it means having enough free time to enjoy your hobbies and spend time with people you love.
Isn't it interesting that one word can create so many different images?
That is because success is personal. Two people can live very different lives, and both of them can honestly say they are successful.
Sometimes we compare ourselves with other people and forget that everyone has different goals.
We see someone's beautiful photos online and think they must have the perfect life.
But photos only show small moments. They do not show the whole story.
Every successful person also has difficult days, mistakes, disappointments, and moments of doubt.
Success is usually much less perfect than it looks from the outside.
Sarah, let me ask you something.
Of course.
When you were younger, what did success mean to you?
That is a good question. When I was younger, I thought success meant becoming famous.
Really?
Yes, I believed that if many people knew my name, then I would automatically be happy.
I think many young people have similar ideas.
Probably because we often see famous people in movies, on television, and on social media.
So did your definition change over time?
Very much.
What does success mean to you now?
Today, I think success means having a life that matches my values.
That sounds interesting. Can you explain what you mean?
Of course. I want to wake up feeling excited about my work. I want to help people learn English. I want enough time for family and friends, and I want to keep learning new things.
So success is not only about achievements.
Exactly. It is also about balance.
I like that word.
Me too, because without balance, even good things can become stressful.
Now it is your turn to ask me something.
All right, Mike. What did success mean to you when you were younger?
Mine was much simpler.
Really?
Yes, when I was a teenager, I thought success meant earning a very high salary.
Just money?
Mostly money. I imagined buying expensive things, driving a beautiful car, and never worrying about bills.
That sounds honest. Many people think that way.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting financial security.
I agree.
But later, I realized something important.
What was it?
Money can solve some problems, but it cannot solve every problem.
That is true.
You can have a large house and still feel lonely.
You can have a high-paying job and still feel exhausted every day.
Exactly.
So what does success mean to you now?
I think success means having choices.
Choices?
Yes, choosing how I spend my time, choosing meaningful work, choosing healthy relationships, choosing a peaceful life.
That is a beautiful way to describe it.
Thank you.
I think many listeners will connect with that idea.
Something else I've noticed is that success changes as we grow older.
Yes, because we change.
A 20-year-old and a 50-year-old often want different things.
Even the same person can completely change their definition of success after a few years.
Sometimes a difficult experience changes everything.
Losing a job,
Becoming a parent,
moving to another country,
learning a new language.
or simply getting older and understanding yourself better.
Success is not a fixed destination.
It grows with us.
That is why comparing your life with someone else's can be unfair.
Because you may be following completely different directions.
Someone else's dream does not have to become your dream.
And your version of success does not need anyone else's approval.
One of my favorite questions is this.
Go ahead.
If nobody could see your life, what would success look like?
Wow, that is a powerful question.
Because many of us work hard to impress other people.
We want compliments.
We want people to admire us.
We want everyone to think we're doing well.
But if nobody was watching, would you still choose the same life?
That question helps us discover what really matters.
Sometimes the answer surprises us.
Maybe success is not becoming richer than everyone else,
Maybe it is simply becoming happier than you were yesterday,
or becoming kinder,
or healthier.
or more confident.
Small improvements can create a very successful life over many years.
And that's an encouraging thought, because everyone can improve one small step at a time.
Success does not always begin with one huge moment.
Very often, it begins with one small decision that you repeat every single day.
All right, now let's continue our conversation by talking about something that many people experience but rarely discuss honestly. Success often looks simple when we see the final result, but the journey is usually much more complicated.
That is so true. We often notice the person who reaches the finish line, but we do not see the thousands of small steps they took before getting there.
We see someone speaking English fluently, but we do not see all the days they felt confused or made grammar mistakes.
We see a successful business, but we do not see the long evenings, difficult decisions, or moments when the owner wondered if they should give up.
This reminds us of an important word: process.
Yes, the process is everything that happens between the beginning and the result.
Many people love results, but they dislike the process.
They want confidence without practice.
They want progress without patience.
They want success without making mistakes.
But real life usually does not work that way.
Success grows slowly, just like a tree.
You plant a small seed.
You water it regularly.
You cannot pull the tree higher every morning.
You simply take care of it and trust that it is growing even when you cannot immediately see the changes.
Mike, have you ever felt impatient while working toward something important?
Many times.
Can you give us an example?
Of course, when I first started learning photography, I wanted to take beautiful pictures immediately.
That sounds familiar.
I watched professionals online and their photos looked amazing.
Did that motivate you?
At first, yes, but later it became frustrating because my own photos looked ordinary.
So what happened?
For a while, I almost stopped practicing because I believed I was not talented enough.
I think many listeners have experienced that feeling.
Then one day, I compared my newest photos with the ones I had taken 6 months earlier.
And what did you notice?
I realized I had improved much more than I thought.
Sometimes we do not notice our own progress because we see ourselves every day.
Exactly. Small improvements are difficult to recognize while they're happening.
That is why looking back can be so encouraging.
Sarah, have you experienced something similar?
Absolutely. I remember when I first started creating English lessons.
Were you confident from the beginning?
Not at all. I spent a long time thinking every lesson had to be perfect.
That sounds stressful.
It was. I would spend hours changing small details because I worried that everything needed to be perfect before anyone could see it.
Did perfection help you improve faster?
Actually, no.
Really?
Really, I eventually learned that finishing something is often more valuable than endlessly improving something that nobody has seen.
That is a powerful lesson.
Perfection can sometimes become another form of fear.
Fear of making mistakes.
Fear of criticism.
Fear of not being good enough.
But every expert was once a beginner.
And every confident person once felt uncertain.
Another important part of success is consistency.
Consistency means continuing even when you don't feel especially motivated.
Motivation is wonderful, but it changes from day to day.
Some mornings you wake up full of energy.
Other mornings you feel tired before the day even begins.
If you only work when you feel motivated, your progress becomes unpredictable.
That is why simple routines are so helpful.
A routine removes the need to make the same decision every day.
For example, instead of asking yourself, should I practice English today?
You simply know that after dinner, you will spend 15 minutes listening or reading in English.
The decision has already been made.
That saves both time and mental energy.
Speaking of English, many learners worry because they make mistakes while speaking.
Yes, but mistakes are not signs of failure.
They are signs that you are trying something new.
Imagine a child learning to walk.
Nobody expects the child to walk perfectly on the first day.
Falling is part of learning.
The same idea applies to learning English, learning a new skill, or building a career.
We improve by correcting small mistakes again and again.
Mike, do you think successful people are less afraid than everyone else?
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
I think many successful people still feel fear.
Then what makes the difference?
They learn to act even while feeling uncertain.
That is an important distinction.
Courage does not mean having no fear.
It means continuing despite fear.
Sometimes we wait until we feel completely ready.
But complete readiness rarely arrives.
There is almost always something else to learn.
Another challenge is comparing ourselves with others.
Social media makes this especially difficult.
We often compare our everyday life with someone else's best moments.
That comparison is rarely fair.
Everyone has private struggles that we cannot see.
Success is not a competition.
It is a personal journey.
The only meaningful comparison is between who you are today and who you were yesterday.
Even one small improvement deserves respect.
Maybe today you learned 5 new English words.
Maybe you finally spoke English without translating every sentence in your mind.
Maybe you became a little more patient with yourself.
Those achievements may seem small, but they build a stronger future.
Another useful word is resilience.
Resilience means recovering after difficulties instead of giving up.
Life will never be perfect.
Problems will appear.
Plans will change.
Unexpected situations will happen.
But resilience helps us continue moving forward instead of stopping completely.
Sometimes success is simply refusing to quit.
I like that definition.
Me too, because it reminds us that success is often quieter than people imagine.
It is found in ordinary mornings,
In repeated practice.
in honest effort,
In learning from yesterday instead of regretting yesterday.
and perhaps that is one of the most valuable lessons of all.
Success is usually not created by one extraordinary day.
It is created by many ordinary days that are lived with purpose, patience, and the willingness to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow.
Now, we have talked about what success means, why the process matters, and how consistency helps us move forward. Before we finish today's episode, let's spend a little time thinking about how we can define success in our own lives.
I like that idea because sometimes we follow other people's definitions without realizing it.
Exactly. When we are young, we often hear messages about what success should look like,
People might say that success means earning a lot of money,
or getting a certain job title,
or buying a large house.
or becoming well known.
Those goals are not wrong, but they may not be the right goals for everyone.
That is why asking yourself honest questions is so important.
For example, what kind of life makes you feel peaceful?
What kind of work gives you energy instead of taking all your energy away?
What kind of relationships help you become a better person?
These questions do not always have quick answers.
Sometimes the answers change as we grow and experience new things.
That is perfectly normal.
Success is not something you decide once and never think about again.
It is something you continue discovering throughout your life.
Sarah, if you could give one piece of advice to someone who feels far away from success, what would you say?
I would tell them not to measure the distance to the finish line every single day.
What should they measure instead?
Their effort.
That's interesting.
Because effort is something we can control.
We cannot always control results.
Sometimes opportunities come later than we expect,
Sometimes life changes our plans completely.
but we can always choose our attitude and our actions today.
I completely agree.
Mike, what advice would you give?
I would remind people to celebrate small victories,
Why do you think that matters?
because many people only feel proud when they achieve something very big.
They forget about all the smaller achievements along the way.
Exactly. Imagine someone learning English.
At first, they understand only a few words.
Then one day they understand an entire conversation.
That deserves celebration.
A week later, they speak with confidence for 5 minutes.
Another success.
A few months later, they travel abroad and order food comfortably in English.
Another success.
Small victories build confidence.
And confidence helps us continue growing.
One success supports the next one.
Another thing we should remember is that failure is not the opposite of success.
Many successful people failed many times before reaching their goals.
They simply learned something useful each time.
Failure becomes valuable when we learn from it. It becomes harmful only when we stop trying completely.
That is an important difference.
Sometimes we need patience with ourselves.
Sometimes we need courage.
Sometimes we simply need another day to practice.
Every journey has fast seasons and slow seasons.
Neither one lasts forever.
If today feels difficult, remember that tomorrow is another opportunity.
You do not have to become a completely different person overnight.
Just become a little better than yesterday.
Before we finish, let's review some useful vocabulary from today's conversation.
The first word is process.
A process is the series of actions or steps that lead to a result.
For example, learning English is a long process.
The next word is balance.
Balance means giving the right amount of time and energy to different parts of your life.
You could say, I want a better balance between work and family.
Another useful word is consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly over a long period of time.
For example, consistency is more important than studying for many hours only once.
We also learned the word resilience.
Resilience means becoming strong again after facing problems or difficulties.
Someone with resilience keeps moving forward even after making mistakes.
Another word is confidence.
Confidence means believing in your ability to do something.
Confidence grows through practice, not through perfection.
We also talked about effort.
Effort is the energy and hard work you put into achieving something.
Even when results are slow, your effort still has value.
Finally, we used the word purpose.
Purpose is the reason why you do something.
When you know your purpose, it becomes easier to stay motivated during difficult times.
If you would like to practice today's vocabulary, try making one sentence with each new word.
You can even pause this episode and say your sentences out loud.
Speaking English out loud is one of the best ways to become more natural and confident.
Before we say goodbye, we have one final question for you.
What does success mean to you today?
Not what your friends think,
Not what social media says.
not what society expects.
What does success honestly mean to you?
Your answer may be different from someone else's, and that is completely okay.
If you would like to practice your English, write your answer in the comments.
You can write something like, I'm your name from your country, and success means, then continue with your own idea.
We truly enjoy reading your comments because every story is different.
They also inspire other English learners from around the world.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
We hope this conversation helped you improve both your English and your confidence.
Remember, success is not about becoming perfect.
It is about continuing to learn, continuing to grow, and continuing to move in the direction that matters to you.
Be patient with yourself, celebrate every small step, and never underestimate the power of consistent effort.
Keep learning, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking English one conversation at a time.
Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep enjoying the journey.
We'll see you in the next episode of Talk Sara English. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and thank you for listening. We can't wait to learn and grow together again in our next conversation.